This edition of YouTube Suggestions is brought to you by the new and improved What the Paranormal's Ghost Fart Chili, now in 3 delicious flavors: Twinkie, Bologna, and Mayo. Hey everybody, and welcome to a special edition of YouTube Suggestions. Not only is this the 20th edition of the series, and not only did I spend a whopping $1.99 to have this 20th YouTube Suggestions intro made, but by the end of the video, we will have featured a total of 100 channels since the first one of these I did in August of 2017. With this being a special edition, there will be some special moments and surprise appearances, so you'll want to stick around till the very end on this one. This is also the first premiere video for this channel. I've been wanting to try that feature for a while, and if it goes well enough, maybe I'll do all of these as a premiere. I don't know. If you've seen YouTube Suggestions before, you know how this works. But for the benefit of those that are seeing it for the first time, allow me to take a minute to explain what we do here. Meanwhile, take a look at a few clips of previously featured channels. On YouTube Suggestions, we take a look at 5 channels with between 1 and 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'll tell you a little about each channel and the creators behind them. If you see something you think you might like, I just ask that you go to that channel and give it a closer look. If you decide to stay around for a while, click that red button. Let them know how you heard about them, and also let me know that you went. I like to know if I'm doing anybody any good. I will mention that I do subscribe to all of the channels I put in YouTube Suggestions, but the creators of those channels are not necessarily subscribed to A View from the Middle, even though many of them are. Now, I do want to stress, these are not shout-outs.
James, you always say that they're not shout-outs, but we know they're shout-outs, okay? Keep doing them. We love them.
Well, thanks, Sherry. Yeah, I guess I haven't really been fooling anybody with that. They've technically been shout-outs all along. I'd heard some channels got in trouble for doing shout-outs, but when YouTube itself has given instructions on how to tag a channel when you do a shout-out, it can't be too much against the rules. Still, I like to think of them as more than just a shout-out. That's why I call them reviews. Even though we don't critique the channels, we don't get into anything negative, we keep it all positive. Shoutouts, reviews, or whatever you want to call them, it's just my way of shedding more light on channels that I find interesting and recognizing creators that I think deserve more credit. Well, now that we're all on the same page, let's get to our 5 featured channels this time around. One thing I can say for sure is that not one of these channels has a suggestion monkey. Centered in western North Carolina, the husband and wife team of Troy and Marnie investigate paranormal activity in the Tar Heel state. Usually armed with an EMF detector and a spirit box, they look for signs of spirit activity anywhere from cemeteries to abandoned buildings. They've captured some great EVPs at places like Haunted Helen's Bridge and what they just call the art area. They do occasionally do other videos, like taking a look at abandoned places. There's a really cool one looking at the old Craigie prison. They'll also do challenges, and they live stream every Monday if you want to join in. Crossroads Explorers uploaded their first video on August 16th, 2017, which, interestingly, was the same day I posted the first YouTube Suggestions. I thought that was kind of neat. As I'm making this, they are at 548 subscribers and have a nice archive to go through. They've done some good collaborations, including one with Entity Paranormal Investigators, who is also a YouTube Suggestions alum. I'd recommend starting with the Craigie Prison video or EMF detector goes crazy at this mausoleum haunted cemetery, or just pop into their live stream on Monday and get to know them firsthand. Okay, this is going to be a little different. For Jim the Explorer, it's more about what the channel is going to be rather than what it is. Jim has an interesting story. About 10 years ago, he had a successful YouTube channel and was even signed up to do a TV show. As part of that deal, he agreed to not have a YouTube channel for at least 10 years. Now, the deal for that show fell through, but they held him to the contract. He couldn't have a YouTube channel. Well, that 10 years ended in the middle of January, so now he is just waiting for some of his equipment to jump fully back into creating on YouTube. Jim also deals with paranormal exploration, but leans more toward Bigfoot hunting rather than ghost hunting. However, if you visit his channel right now, you'll see his very interesting house that seems to have a lot of spirit activity. Check out Plain One-Man Hide and Seek with Ghosts. He got some great evidence on that one. You can also check out videos to get more of his story, and there's always a chance that he's dived in with some new videos between the time I'm putting this together and the time it's posted. Whenever he gets started, he's sure to have some great stuff 10 years in the making. Luckily, the COPPA changes leading into this year turned out to not be as drastic as we feared, so modern family life and travel can still reach everybody. This is a fun channel to watch, with Tech Mad Dad, Fitness Mad Mom, B-Money, and KD showing you their adventures at some family-friendly locations. There are some great theme park and festival videos in England, and they travel to places like Spain and Italy. They've even been to Florida, to places like Legoland and Universal Studios. It's really a family-friendly channel that is fun for people of all ages. Modern Family Life and Travel uploaded their first video in April of 2019 and have built up just over 1,600 subscribers in that time. I'd recommend starting with the iFly indoor skydiving viewing gallery footage and awesome instructor demonstration. Why do I always pick the long titles? Jeez. If you're a Christmas lover, they also have some great videos from places in Manchester and Warrington. Or just look around in the archives. It's a well-traveled family that has been to some fascinating places. Go check them out and have some fun. FUS of Studios has taken what is the same basic idea YouTube Suggestions is centered on and turned it into a really fun live stream. The husband and wife team at FUS of Studios streams 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday, helping to support other small channels in various ways. For example, on Sunday they have their Wheel of Shoutouts where channels can be featured during their live stream so people can get a closer look. There's also the FUSA Push game show on Wednesday, helping channels under 1,000 subscribers reach that milestone. They're doing a lot to help support smaller channels, and it's all surrounded with a lot of fun and laughs. FUS of Studios posted their first video a little over 3 years ago and have earned over 11,000 subscribers since then. I should point out they do more than live streams. They sometimes do some short vlogs like going out for beaver tails, which looked really good. It's also a good channel to turn to when some of YouTube's new rules are unclear. They're good about staying on top of those things and explaining them well. It's a great channel put together by some very knowledgeable folks that have a blast in their live streams. What more could you want from a YouTube channel? Our 100th channel on YouTube Suggestions is possibly the most accurately named. Super Enthused is hosted by Jackie, a vlogger based in Florida that is definitely enthusiastic. I don't think Jackie knows how to be in a bad mood. Being centered in Florida, Jackie has a lot of great videos from places like Disney World and Universal Studios, but she has traveled around a little bit. She was even in my home state of Texas last year and spent a little time in Waco. That said, it is places like Epcot and SeaWorld where Jackie releases her inner child that really I don't think you have to go very far down to find. Super Enthused uploaded for the first time about 2.5 years ago and has gained just under 17,000 subscribers since then. You might start with her videos from England, where she visited Stonehenge and the Roman baths. I would also highly recommend taking a look at her Rise of the Resistance opening day video. That is a wild experience at Disney World. If you take a look around, you might also see some great collaborations with the likes of Tampa J, and don't be surprised if Adam DeWoo pops up. Jackie is a rising star on YouTube, so give her a look if you haven't already. Alright, those are the 5 featured channels for the 20th YouTube suggestions. There are links to all these channels in the description, or you can click the icon in the upper right hand corner to get to any channel at any time. Before we close it out, let's get to our video raid. This is where I choose a previously featured channel and I ask that you go to a specific video to leave a positive comment, give it a thumbs up, and try to give it a full watch if you can. This time around we're going to raid YouTube watcher Pickle. Pickle was featured in YouTube suggestions number 9. He's been having some health issues lately. Last word was he was doing better, but let's go ahead and send him some positive vibes. His latest video as I'm making this is called Channel Update and Me. It's actually a live stream replay. Fair warning, he does drop a couple of S-bombs early on because he knocked his camera over, but try to let that slide. I'll leave a link to that video in the description as well, and it will be the video on the right on the end screen. Just pop over and leave Pickle a positive comment and give him a thumbs up. Well, I hope I presented some new channels for you to check out, and of course if you aren't already subscribed here, you can do so by clicking the red button on the front page or the double arrow one-way sign in the bottom right hand corner. By subscribing to this channel, it's guaranteed your pooch will no longer stink. Okay, that's not true, but I hope you do it anyway. Stick around until the very end to see a list of all the previously featured channels I use clips of at the beginning of the video. But before we get to that, I wanted to end a special edition of YouTube suggestions in a special way. So I approached one of the previously featured channels. Incidentally, she was also featured in YouTube suggestions number 9. I asked her to give some encouraging words to all YouTubers, as she is one of us, but she has a pretty cool job. So to all of you, thank you for watching. Lindsley, take us out.
James, you did my YouTube? I want to go see that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. Oh God, encouraging words to small YouTubers. I am one, so this will definitely apply to me too. I believe that when you love what you're doing, it's not so much about the external validation that you get, even though, God, that always feels good, right? But I believe in doing things simply because you love them, whether or not you're succeeding at them, whether or not you're making money off of it, whether or not you're getting that external validation. And so if you're YouTubing because it's your passion and because you feel like you have something you want to share, then own that. And that's what I do. I post whatever the fuck I want on YouTube, and I'm free because I'm not like posting to like meet a certain market, and maybe that's not the best business strategy, but that's what makes me feel the freest, and I have something that I want to share, so I do. Keep going, don't give up, keep pursuing your dreams, honestly. And that's a wrap.